Is Glen Nelson, an athlete in the sport of basketball. Glen was the University of Regina President's Award winner in 1985, which is bestowed upon the top graduating male athlete. Some 30-plus years after the completion of his playing days at the University of Regina, Glen's name still litters the team record books. He finished his collegiate career as the Cougars' all-time scoring and rebounding leader, amassing 1,422 points and picking up 723 rebounds through 79 career games. His rebound total still stands as the all-time mark for Cougar basketball, and his 9.2 rebounds per game remains the benchmark for the team, as his 568 field goals occupies the top rung on the Cougars' all-time stats ladder as well. Glen was a four-time team MVP and a three-time conference all-star, playing his high school basketball at Martin Collegiate until 1975. He won Saskatchewan Winter Games gold in 1978, made the under-21 provincial team for the Canadian Championships, and won senior men's city and provincial championships in 1979 with the Regina Chokers. Following the completion of his collegiate career, Glen played professionally in Australia, returning home to win city and provincial senior championships with the Regina Shamrocks from 1986 through 1988. Glen resumed his pro career in Germany and Austria before rejoining the Shamrock Sports program for 8 more city championships between 1991 and 1999, and another city championship with the Skiziks. He spent 1 season coaching a professional women's team in Austria and coached his daughter in community league and high school basketball, later becoming an assistant coach at Winston Knoll. A long-time official in the high school and community basketball ranks in Regina, he was also a scorekeeper for Regina men's basketball. Now, as many of you in the room may know, Glen has battled a number of health issues in recent years, including a cancer battle that he is currently undergoing treatment for. We are delighted that Glen could be here with us this evening in order for us to acknowledge his significant contributions to the Regina sports landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the newest inductee to the Regina Sports Hall of Fame, Glen Nelson.
It's really dangerous for them to let me do this last, because I'm pretty much a chatty Cathy. So all my basketball buddies and friends over in that area, they're already they're putting their coats on. They're going to leave pretty soon. See if I can get through this. Of course, I left it till today to do this. Let's see. Oh, my name is Glen, and I'm an Oh, that's the wrong speech. I would first like to thank the Regina Sports Hall of Fame for this honor, and to congratulate my fellow inductees whose accomplishments and contributions to sport make it a privilege to be part of that class, this class. I'd like to, I'm just blown away by what these other nominees have done. And yeah, wow. But I got something that they don't have. 46 years ago, I found my passion. It was more like I stumbled into it because I was a snotty little grade 9 kid getting to school. Instead of at 8 o'clock, I'd get there at 7 o'clock, and just, I wasn't a good student, so I don't know what the hell I was doing. The phys ed teacher would throw the basketball out, and a sweaty game of pickup basketball would start. Of course, we'd be wearing our bell-bottom jeans and go shirtless, and so we were sweaty all day and looking like scrubby rats, but I was hooked. I love basketball so much. It's ingrained in me, and it is, yeah, I'm so lucky. So lucky. I sit here as a blessed man. Over the last 5 years, I've had a lot of time to reflect on all facets of my life. And my basketball journey has been one of a kind for sure. I loved all facets of it. For the most part, I had people open the door for me. I just fell into things, so lucky. And I didn't realize it until this last 5 years, and I started reflecting on what my life has been like. And I've been so lucky. I can't believe it. As a blessed man with a deep passion for this beautiful game, I went to Martin Collegiate, and a gentleman, our coach was Gord Burgess, helped me in the game tremendously and taught me the game. I don't really want to talk so much about myself. Frank said it all. But Gord had helped me through the grade 11 and 12 years. And after graduation, I somehow found myself trying out for a team sponsored by the Downtown Optimist. And again, I had great coaches, Rob Hornsberger, Gary Corbin, and good teammates. So again, I fell into a great situation. We all were like brothers at that time. Then the floodgate opened. After my run with the Optimists, I was blessed to play with the top senior men's team, the Shamrock, with Glen, Ray Jacoby, Darryl Puskas, and Terry Burns, who were responsible for pushing me. Well, actually, yeah, they pushed me. It was a foul, too. To get better. And I owe a lot to them for that. I just had so much fun. I played every game I played. I loved it. I had so much fun. Upon reflection, the highlights would be my playing with the U of R Cougars under Coach Ken Murray my last 3 years, and with our point guard Mark Benish and Warren Ponsack, who's here today. We had such a great chemistry on the court that we played 5 years all together. During those years, Ken would market me to get the attention nationally for recruiting stronger players and get the worldwide Canada to recognize that the Cougars are up and going. My last year, I was blessed to play against Chris Beegler. Chris had been playing with the U of S, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, he came home, and he had to sit out a year, but he could practice with the team. And Chris Beegler is the all-time greatest athlete that came out of the Cougars. He's in the Hall of Fame a few years ago, and he was by far and away the best player ever. And he, again, playing against Chris every day made me a better player. And I really believe that our team began the building blocks to the program that it is today. After my professional career, and I settled back here in Regina, in 1992 and 94, I was blessed with two beautiful daughters, Alexis and Katie. I was steering them really hard to basketball, and they went to volleyball. It's not a contact sport. What the heck? Broke my heart, but they both received scholarship offers in the United States. And actually this year, Katie it's her last year of playing, and November I'll be heading down to Ohio to senior night, which is a big deal down there, their last home game. So I'm really, really excited for that. After I retired from playing, I began reffing, and when the Regina Association of Basketball Officials found out, I'm sure they must have fallen over, because I was a bit of a hard to handle on the court sometimes. I get really excited. But it was, after my first high school games that I refereed, I was honestly remorseful for being a butt. I never said anything personal to them. I didn't say anything, but I bent their ear lots. So people like Ross Bogner, Marty Ponsack, to name a few, helped me out and developed my refereeing career. And I proudly wear my ref jacket tonight. Now my basketball team over here, they're going to beat me up in the parking lot for this, that's for sure. Let's see. Again, I feel like a blessed man sitting before you. In 2013, wasn't the best for me, as in July 1st, I broke my back out of the blue. Just swung a golf club at the driving range, and my back went into spasms. when news got out, after my surgery in November, what happened was it wasn't the spasms that paralyzed me, it was the shabby work of the doctor, and that he left me paralyzed in this situation. I ended up staying for almost 9 months in Wascana Hospital. But when the news got out, the stream of people came to see me from my inner circle of friends to people that I only met a couple of times and they heard about me, what had happened. Everybody came and was asking, what can they do? Can they do anything? And it was really, they couldn't do anything but just support me, come see me and stuff. My best big buddy, Mike Monterana, who's here tonight, has been with me literally every day and supporting me. And we talk about who's been a better basketball player and who's faster, who's better looking, that sort of stuff. But then I realized that there were many ways for people to help me. Pray for me, send powerful, positive energy to me. I'm a positive person, and the more I get, the better I feel. I forgave the surgeon who paralyzed me, as I didn't want to carry that negative energy with me, and after 9 months in the Wascana, I settled into my wheelchair-friendly condo, which again I was lucky because I had put an offer on it, and they didn't accept it. And 3 months later, the price dropped by $10,000, and I got it. So that was great. I felt lucky to be able to take care of myself in my wheelchair on a daily basis. I suffered from chronic nerve pain from when the doctor hit my nerve and my spinal cord. So it's very challenging. But I made a promise, and I try to get to the YMCA every month, as you can see the biceps, the gun show. And how about that perm? That was $20 out of a box. And it worked. So I began coaching at Winston Knoll Collegiate, as a friend of mine was coaching there. And he asked me, and it was just down the block from where I lived. So I helped him out as much as I physically could, depending on the pain I was going through that day. And I started refereeing, or started keeping score at the men's league at Riffle, just to keep my foot in the door. So my motto had changed tremendously, that I started to realize that this wasn't the situation that I'm in, receiving this honor isn't a whole lot of me. It's the people around me that set me up and marketed me and took care of me, and I'm so blessed. I try to make each day a positive moment. Life is made up of moments, and what you put in, you get out. Now, the gong show happened. To go one more time, in September 2017, I broke my left femur pulling my pants on. And it just cracked, snapped. It was just the worst feeling. I didn't feel it, but it was when I went, what have I done now? So I got my pants on then, and I drove myself to the Pasqua and told them that I broke my leg, and they nearly fell over too. So since September to now, I've basically been home about maybe 5 weeks in total, off and on. So I'm sure glad that within the next couple of weeks, I hope that I'll be home. In November 27, I broke my neck. And that's the time, at that time, they found that I had tumors all throughout my bones. And that they started doing biopsies, and they didn't really know what was causing it. It wasn't lymphoma, it wasn't this, it wasn't that, but I was in the hospital anyways because I broke my arm in January. I broke this arm, so I have rods all through me. And then just to have some more fun. I was home 3 days and I broke my left collarbone. So it's been a challenge. They did find out finally, after many biopsies and through labs across North America, that I've been diagnosed with a rare form of sarcoma. And today I'm in the middle of my last round of chemo. I've been in remission since my first treatment of chemotherapy, but we're continuing. We just hammer it every day. After I recover, we give it a few weeks and we hit it again. So I know without a doubt. Oh, geez, power. Oh, there. I know without a doubt that I've kicked this cancer. I've got it made, and I'm going to celebrate like no other. That's for sure. So I'll end this speech, and if it sounds like a bunch of babble, I blame it on my mushy chemo brain. My daughter always says, I ask her something, and she said, "I told you yesterday, Dad." It's like, I have no idea. So this is such an unbelievable honor for me. Thank you, Sports Hall of Fame. Thank you to all my support. That has helped me through my life. And I'd like to thank everybody for coming tonight. And please make a memorable moment. Don't sweat the small stuff. You know, enjoy life. God bless you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the induction class of the Regina Sports Hall of Fame 2018.